Welcome back, Sign of Goodies, episode 2.
Yo, what's up?
It's your boy Miguel.
It's your boy Josh.
And we back at it again. So, how you been, man, these past couple weeks?
Bro, these weeks have been long, bro. It's been a long 2 weeks, bro.
I feel like so much has happened already since, like, the last 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't feel like, it's only been 2 weeks. So, it's like, this much shouldn't have happened. First off, Trump still think he won, bro.
Because he did, bro. Did you not see his tweets, nigga? He won, bro. What are you talking about?
All right, so just hypothetical situation. Mm-hmm. Let's say we get to the election, let's say we get to January when they're supposed to inaugurate whoever won the election, right? Mm-hmm. And he still don't want to take the L. What? Like they just gonna drag him out the White House? Like,
bro, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Has this happened before? Like
a nigga was like he's not gonna leave.
Yeah, so like back in the 60s, one president was like, I'm not going to leave and the military's going to back me. Mm-hmm. And then he wasn't going to leave and then they were like, military, are you going to back me? They're like, no. So the military then forced him out. Not like gun pointed, get out, but like, you can't stay in here.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll see what happens in the season finale of 2020, this crazy ass life we live in, the simulation.
Every day, bro. Every day is crazy.
Bro, it's something new every day. I started hitting the gym. You feel me? Trying to make these gains. You feel me?
What made you want to go to the gym, bro?
Bro.
Matter of fact, who you going to the gym with, bro?
I mean, you know, I had to like go help you out with your workouts.
Oh my
you know what
God, bro. This nigga. You know, you're right. He in the gym helping me out, helping me get brawling. You know what I mean? Helping me.
You gotta make these gains, you feel me?
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
I took a whole year off the gym, bro. Like,
now you back now, though. That's what's important, bro.
Nah, it feels good to be back, to be honest. Like, moving your body, like, getting some, like, exercise done, it really does help.
And especially, like, starting off your day like that?
Yeah, like, you start off your day like that in the morning. When you get out, it's like you already got something hard done. Like, we're already somewhat productive that day. So, like, it feels good, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm trying to make these gains before we get locked down again.
You think it's going to happen? You think we're going to get locked down?
Probably, like, not till next year, but I feel like we're going to be locked down again. Like, for sure.
I mean, yeah, I feel like that's the only thing that could actually help, my nigga. Like, that's the only thing that could really help. But I don't know why it's so hard for, like, that one time we was on lockdown. Like, how long was it?
Like a month. Like a month or two that we were, like, officially locked down. Then after that, it was, like, we're supposed to be locked down, but people was out.
That's what they fucked up. I think if they would just kept us in the house a little bit longer.
Bro, but how they fucked up, it's like you can't expect people to stay in the crib off $1,200 a month, bro, for like an indefinite amount of time.
That's true too, bro. Like that was for the whole year, my nigga. Like they gave that shit out, and that was it. You had to, bro. How much money you can't even live off that, bro.
Bro, you step out the crib in New York City. That's $100 off rip.
He should have said more people.
$100.
Like to people in New York, we should get more. Cause like, bro, $100. You going to the store, bro. That's going to the corner store, bro. So like, nah, that's OD.
And they want to put the price on the MTA up, bro. Like to get on the train
again, bro. Didn't they just put it up?
They didn't just put it up, but they're gonna put it up again. Apparently, it's like gonna be It's $2.75 now. It's gonna be $3, supposedly. I don't know, but
well,
bro, God forbid you gotta take the train like 3 times. 3-4 times, bro.
Bro, it would be over, my nigga. It's like, yo, you gotta figure out, bro.
That's a whole meal, bro.
How many trains can you take, bro?
Do you want to eat today or you want to take the train? Like,
you can't do both, bro.
How much is a train?
It's $2.75 right now per ride.
Yeah.
And what's aggressive? Is it already aggressive?
That's already aggressive as it is. Compared to like how much you gotta take the train to just get by here.
Bro, what you gonna do when they raise it to $5? $5 a train ride, bro.
Bro, they gonna turn turnstile hopping into an Olympic sport. That's what's gonna happen, bro. Like, ain't nobody paying for that, bro.
Niggas is
hopping, out
bro.
your mind,
Niggas is hopping, bro. I'm like, yo, bro, can you open the door? Can somebody open the door? Because I'm not paying $5, bro. $5 there, $5 somewhere else. That's OD.
That's crazy, bro.
Nah, but we'll see, though.
I'm also trying to get this PS5, though.
Don't even bring that up, bro. I don't even want to talk about that.
Bro, can you just... You got it, right? You haven't got it yet? I thought you had it, bro.
What made you think that, bro? What made you think that? There's nothing that says that I have that, bro. Nah, if I had that, you wouldn't hit it. Nah, bro, you would definitely be hitting it.
You would have brought the PS5 here, like, to the podcast.
Happening.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I had a PS5, I think we would have to cancel this week. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. But nah, I tried on Walmart, but that shit sold out in 2 minutes, bro. It came out at 3 p.m. and at 3:02 that shit was gone, bro.
What's the closest you got? Did you get it to your cart?
Yeah, nah, I added it to the cart, but when I got to I couldn't go to the cart. It was like I added it to the cart. And
How does that even work, bro? Like somebody just takes the cart away from you? Like, is that basically what it is?
That's OD, bro. Like I can't even defend myself. Nigga just took my cart. So yeah, I mean, niggas just took it, and I just like I tried again and again though, cause I tried again, and it also said that there was like 2 left, and I'm like, oh shit, wait, so there's still time. It wasn't though. It was lying.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
You get it though.
I'm not gonna stop until I get it, bro.
I'm just trying to get one before the next lockdown, bro. Like if I'm locked down without a PS5,
yeah, I'm done with it, bro. I'm done playing my PS4, bro. I think I'm good. Now that I see it's out, bro, I'm done playing my PS4. I'm good.
Yeah, bro. It just don't hit the same.
It don't.
All right, but let's get to what's important.
The music.
Let's get to the music. So last week we had asked a couple questions. Well, we asked you guys to send us questions of what you wanted us to talk about, and somebody said, "What are some artists that you got into in 2020?" So I definitely got into a couple new people. Not necessarily people that came up this year, but just artists in general.
They knew to me. They knew to me.
They knew to me for sure. So you want to get started on that, bro? Who takes that place for you?
I'm gonna say like 3 names because there's 3 names that I could think of right now because I've been listening. Like my listening habits have been like.
We're gonna talk about that later too.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that, but like they have been all over the place. But one person that I already mentioned on the podcast was King Von. That's somebody that I found this year. Like when he dropped his first album this year, the LeBron James, yeah. When he dropped that shit this year, so that's when I got into him. So he's definitely like one of the main people that stuck out for me getting into this year. What about you?
Man, I want to start out with this kid from the DMV. He's 16 years old, bro.
Listen to a 16-year-old, bro?
Bro, he's 16 years old.
That shit gotta be fire, man.
Let me tell you something, though, bro. His name is Red Veil. Mm-hmm. He dropped this tape called Niagara earlier this year. Bro, the kid is ahead of his fucking time, bro. Like, I'm talking about what, like, his subject matter and just, like, how his music sounds. For a 16-year-old, bro, it's, like, I could not believe he was 16 years old. He's, like, super, like, self-aware for a 16-year-old, bro. Mm-hmm. And it does make me feel weird sometimes because I'm like, bro, like, I'm 24 years old and you 8 years younger than me. And you saying some shit that I just learned. Like,
goddamn,
like
bro.
Either I'm late or you way ahead of your time, bro.
Nah, this nigga's early, bro.
Nah, bro, but yeah, he got this song called Wait, that's super fire. He's got this song called Campbell, that's also like the intro to the tape actually.
Yeah. That's
super, super fire. And yeah, he been getting a lot of buzz lately. I think Tyler posted one of his songs on his story.
Word?
Yeah, so that's like how a lot of people found him. I think I had heard of him from like on Twitter, but then Tyler posted like I think it was that song called Wait on his story once. Mm-hmm. And he was like, bro, this shit cannot be real. Like, I can't and I'm not gonna front, he has this one song on that tape that kind of does sound like I do hear like the old Future like influence with like the synths and shit, like how it sounds. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now.
What's the context of the music that he makes?
I feel like if you're into Earl, then you'll definitely like fuck with this guy for sure. Like old Earl.
So he's not talking about like guns and gang shit?
Not really. He's more like he's like super introspective. He's very like woke, but not in some like yeah, not on some like, oh, I'm trying to be like more woke than you shit. More like talking about shit that's really important. Like in one of his songs, he mentions how like seeing like being a kid and then seeing how like, you know, Trayvon Martin, all those people, like what happened to them in the hands of the police, like that shit really like radicalized them. And he's like 16 years old.
Bro,
saying
that's
all this
crazy.
shit.
Yeah.
So he had this song actually called Revolutions on it. Mm-hmm. The one that I was saying earlier. It's this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he got this song called Revolutions. He got another one called 5500. Mm-hmm. That's the one that to me sounds like some old OF type shit. But yeah, for a 16-year-old, bro, like I'm definitely a fan. Like I've been listening to his tape a lot recently, and I actually don't listen to albums a lot, like front to back anymore. Mm-hmm. But this is an album that I really fuck with, and I think you guys should too. My favorite tracks are Campbell, Wait, Bad News is a really good one. Clench and also Grass. those are the standouts for me. And it's a really short tape. It's only like 24 minutes. So if you got the time, then I definitely recommend that one. But yeah, I'd say like I haven't gotten to a lot of artists that came up this year necessarily.
Yeah.
But he was one that came up this year that I for sure, I'm glad I found him. So you should definitely check that out.
The second artist that I found, her name is Gwen Bunn. You ever listen to her stuff?
Gwen Bunn?
Yeah.
Nah, never heard of her.
She has this album that she dropped that I just heard this year. It came out in 2018. Called Safe Travels. Bro, this shit is fire. If like you like Sid and like Orion Sun, she's like kind of a mix of like Sid and Orion Sun type.
That's interesting.
Type music, yeah. She has a song called Not a Dream, fire. Yours, OD fire. She's just saying like she wants the person that she's with to tell them that they're hers, like, you know, tell me I'm yours.
That's facts.
Type shit, yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah, nah, it's a few songs up here. It's real short. It's only eight tracks. You feel me? So you know, when you get the time, bro, you gotta check that out. Safe Travels, Gwen Bunn.
All right, so during quarantine.
Wait, did you not have another one?
Nah, yeah.
No, I'm talking about another artist that you listen to.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into it, bro.
Oh, okay. My bad, bro.
Bro, it's about to be like I'm trying to do this whole like transition.
My bad. Nah, cause I was wondering. I'm like, yo, you.
That's
you
it. Just one artist the whole year, bro.
Like, what's up?
Nah, but earlier this year during quarantine, I really got into Hendrix. Like,
oh yeah, I peeped. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, I'm sure most people know who Jimi Hendrix is. If you don't, then you've probably been living under a rock or some shit.
Well, they're just mad young, bro. You don't ever know.
True. That is true. But still, bro, Jimi Hendrix, like, you must have at least heard of that name. But basically still considered the greatest guitar player of all time, if not one of the most, like, revolutionary, most talented musicians ever, right? So I knew this, but I never like really knew why, you know. I never really took the time to learn like about him or really listen to his music at all. But during quarantine, bro, I took that time to check out his music for real and really do some research on like how he was and the shit he did. And it's like, bro, the guy was a fucking icon, like a legend.
No, for sure, bro.
Like, and
sure.
like all the respect he gets to this day, like it's more than deserved, bro. And he basically dropped albums from like 24 when he was 24, and then he died at 27. So like those 3 albums that he dropped, Are You Experienced, Axis Boldest Love, and Electric Lady, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
Those were all like in 3 years, bro, and then he died. So all that legacy, bro, was up until he was 27.
That's
and then
crazy.
after,
I didn't know he died at 27.
Yo, he died at 27. He died mad fucking young, and it's like he's still revered as the GOAT. Like, that's so crazy to me, bro. But it's like not only like the music, but just like how he was, bro. Like a black man in the 60s, being like the face of rock and roll, being like known as like the best guitar player. That shit, like, if you look at the context of like when he was popping and shit too, it makes it even better. And just the music itself, bro, it was like the things he did with that guitar, bro. He made that guitar sing. Like, the prettiest noises came out of that guitar, bro. It was crazy. And then also, not only just like the music itself, but he really pushed just like the effects that you can do with the guitar to like another level.
Yeah.
He did this performance once that was like at Woodstock, where he performed the national anthem just with his guitar, but it ended up being kind of like some political commentary at the same time, because like he played his own rendition of it, and like with the guitar he made sounds of like screaming, like people, like bombs being dropped, shit like that, like war, just like with the guitar, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, nobody was doing that shit back then, bro. Like, it was insane. And yeah, man, shout out Jimi Hendrix. I'm just a big fan now. He has like some of the prettiest sounding music. I think Axis Boldest Love, his second album with the Jimi Hendrix Experience, that shit it's amazing, bro.
What would you say your favorite song from him is, though?
I really like Little Wing, even though it's probably like a really basic one, but Little Wing, I love the lyric. That's one thing about him too that I feel like he doesn't get enough credit for. He's also a really good writer. I love the lyrics on Little Wing. You Got Me Floating is another good one. If 6 Was 9, All those
That
songs.
one is fire. That one is
Bro,
fire. Yeah.
Castles Made of Sand.
That one's
bro,
fire too.
They're so good. Like that whole album is amazing, bro. And
Probably Purple Haze is my favorite for him.
Purple Haze is another good one. But yeah, bro, like I encourage y'all, like the people that are known to be legends today in whatever aspect of music or whatever field, y'all should like look into that because there's a reason why. You feel me? People don't really stand the test of time unless like they deserve to. That's one thing that's going like that really separates the greats from the others. I think like if you're able to stand the test of time, then I feel like there's no denying that you did something. You did something good or something remarkable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cause bro, that was a while ago that he was. Bro,
his last album came out in 1968. That's like almost.
How old was you then?
Bro, I wasn't even a thought. I wasn't even a thought in my parents' head back then, bro. Which also brings me to another point. I love that like music is so timeless, bro. That it's like
if it's good, definitely. Bro.
Some shit that came out in the '60s, way before I was born, I could listen to in 2020, and it still hits me like in that same way as it did to people back then. You feel me? So
that's how you know that shit is good, bro.
I love that shit, man. Shout out Jimi Hendrix.
Cause like, do you think niggas gonna be listening to Lil Pump in like 2058?
Bro, I haven't listened to Lil Pump.
They're not listening to it in 2020.
In 2020, bro. Like I haven't listened to a Lil Pump song in 2 years probably.
There is a great Jimi Hendrix documentary just called Jimi Hendrix that if you type that in like
on YouTube,
yes, it's everywhere. One of the you'd love it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
it goes
I'm definitely gonna peep
his
it.
Death, his legacy, it's beautiful.
I'll definitely peep it, bro.
Rated R2, they show some crazy shit.
Yeah, nah, the guy was, and you see him play, bro. There's things that like he played that they're still trying to figure out like how to actually play, bro. Like he was just on a whole nother level, bro.
For that, the national anthems that he did, he played it off like 5 tabs of acid where he would cut his forehead, put the acid in his bandana, and tie down.
I heard about that actually. Yeah, the bandana.
So as he's sweating, it'll go in there, and he was tripping off of like multiple days, 7 tabs that day, and he just played the most.
This nigga is wilding,
yeah, he
bro.
was really on some psychedelic warrior type shit. Yeah, bro. Like that whole festival, Woodstock, was crazy. Like everybody that performed there in that festival, they was tripping out their minds, bro. Fucking Santana, he got like an infamous performance there that like they showed up.
Young Santana too.
Yeah, it was like this was kind of like what got him popping. But they showed up, like him and his band. They showed up to the venue, and they're like backstage and shit. But they were supposed to go on like way later that night. But somebody offers them acid, and they're like, okay, by the time this wears off, like we'll be on stage, we'll be good. So they take it, and then somebody that's like running the show, they're like, oh, you gotta go on now, or y'all not going on at all when the acid is kicking in. So they go on, and you see, bro, first off, they fucking kill it. It's an amazing performance.
They kill it, bro?
Bro, they go off. Like, you see the drummer, he's like on cloud 17, bro. Like, he's going through like a trance as he's drumming. But Santana, he said like while he was playing the guitar, it's like a pretty famous story, but like the guitar, he said it looked like a snake, and he was just trying to like tame it with his fingers as he was playing it.
That's fucking wild, bro. So you saying the performance was good and these niggas were tripping?
Yes, bro.
I'm thinking about the times like I've been on like shrooms or whatever and I'm tripping. I don't think I could like perform in like front of people, bro.
Bro, nah.
And it'd be good.
Y'all could look it up on YouTube, bro. Like
that's crazy.
It's like one of the best performances I've ever seen, to be honest.
Okay, so Jimi Hendrix is like
Jimi Hendrix is definitely one of them for me. Like
for me, my like the last person that I've gotten to like that I can think of off like the top of my head, Anna Wise. I feel like not many people know about her, which is not weird, but it is weird because she got a song with Kendrick on his first album.
On his first one, or like was it To Pimp a Butterfly?
No, it was the first album. I think it may be other albums, but I know for sure on the first album that she has a song with him.
That's that Real song.
Yeah, she's the girl that's singing Real. Yeah.
Got you.
The whole time I didn't know Shorty was white. I didn't know that. Not that it matters. I'm just saying it was just surprising when I found out that was the case. But yeah, no, her songs are fire, bro. Like if you like Amy Winehouse, but like she's singing about like some deep shit, and like she's singing about like just like love on like deep levels and shit like that. But then she has one where she's singing about like death, and the name of the song is called Worms Playground.
Oh, that's interesting,
bro. It is interesting. Like you gotta listen to the song, bro. Like I'd rather people just go check out her album that she dropped last year, As If It Were Forever. This shit's fire, bro.
Did you is that like, does she have you checked out other projects from her, or just or is that the one that like you say would really like that's the one that really got you into her shit?
I feel like this is the one that really got me into it, bro. Like I checked out the other stuff and it's fire too, but I feel like this is the one where it's like consistently like the shit up there is like consistently good.
Gotcha.
So yeah, definitely go check that out, or just like any of her music, and wise. Yeah, that's like the only people I can think of off the top of my head.
All right. I got a couple more. All right, so I want to give a shout out to this guy that I found out recently. His name is Not. It's like $ Not, N-O-T. I found out about him. I think it might have been probably through like a Spotify playlist or some shit. But it was some song called Gosha, and that shit like I love the beat. I love his flow. It got like a sick bounce to it, but it's like very gritty. It's like very dark sounding. But yeah. So I had listened to that song and like another one of his, but I didn't really like check out his project or anything. I was just like bumping those two songs. But then recently, he dropped a project called Beautiful Havoc, and I really been fucking with that. If you're on some like loner stoner like solo dolo wave, you feel me? Like you're not fucking with people, then this is definitely like the album for you to listen to right now.
How many songs?
This one is 12 songs, so it's not too long either. It's less than 30 minutes. He got a song out here with Denzel Curry called Sangria. I think that was the single, and it was a pretty dope fucking song. I'm not gonna lie. He got a song called Demanding. That's probably my favorite off the album so far.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, if you're on some like I'm not fucking with nobody but myself, I don't trust nobody, people like type shit.
That's like the whole vibe of the album.
That's kind of like the whole vibe of the album,
Okay.
bro.
All right.
Like if you're in that type of mind state, then I recommend it. But overall, it's just like a fun listen as well.
Okay.
So Beautiful Havoc, check that out.
It was one album, Ryan's Son. She dropped the album this year, bro.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't speak about that in the first episode, which is crazy. But she dropped this album called Hold Space for Me. She did it again.
She did it again.
She did it again.
She
bro.
got another one.
She did it again. It's like this album is just as good as her first one, but like I feel like it's a little bit more mature because she's talking about like different things.
I had listened to it. I definitely haven't listened to it as much as I did the first one.
Yeah.
But I remember like when it came out, I definitely gave it a couple spins and I liked it for sure. I like that El Camino song. I feel like that was probably my favorite one.
Fire, bro. Also shout out to my girlfriend. She got me this on vinyl, so shout out to her for that. But yeah, she has a song called Lightning, bro. She has a line in the song where it's like, I thought love would last forever, but forever is as long as a day. And I feel like that's just so. That's a bar, bro. That's a bar, bro. Like I feel like that's such a fire line because it's true, man. Because like everybody be like on some forever shit, but
you never know.
You never know. You know what I mean? It's as long as
life is so crazy. Like
yeah,
it's no predictability in this shit, bro.
Not for sure. And then she has songs up here like when she's speaking about like I guess people in her life that passed away and shit that she misses. And I feel like if you could relate to that, then like that's some shit you might want to listen to. But nah, it's definitely a fire album. I love it from like front to back. She has a song "Coffee for Dinner." I don't know if y'all heard that. That's another one that's fire. Birds Gave Up, fire. Oh, I'm about to just name every track, bro. Just
the
know
first song, the last song, the one in the middle.
Just know that all of them are fire, bro. All of them.
Nah, that's what's up. Nah,
go check out Orion's Son.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out Orion's Son,
I'm gonna say it every episode. Y'all might as well just go check it out right now.
It's gonna have like a something in the bottom like, yo, check out Orion's Son. Just link it to the album. Like,
just check it out, bro.
Nah, for real.
A question that I have for both of you: are both of those albums that you were just talking about from both of your people on like
they're on every like streaming platform.
Yes, and everything.
So yeah. Also another one that I got too is by his name is AK the Savior. So if you're into like Beast Coast and like Flatbush Zombies, Underachievers, Joey Badass, CJ Fly, all those people, then you probably already know of AK. He's one of the members of the Underachievers, and I think he's dropping like a solo tape soon. So he's been releasing a couple singles from it. One of them is called Be Back Soon, and the other one is called R.I.P. Smoke. And they're both great songs. I really fuck with both of them. Be Back Soon is more like, I like his music a lot because he's very like about, he's very like transparent with his growth. You feel me? And like, just like that song specifically is about him taking time for himself and like to just really work on himself and become better, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then coming back to just like his previous relationships and like picking up where you left off type shit.
Yeah.
And then the other one's called R.I.P. Smoke, obviously dedicated to Pop Smoke. He's also from Brooklyn, so that one is more like a drill beat. Like he's yeah, it's like a drill song. He's going off, honestly. I fuck with it. Still keeping like that transparency as far as like, you know, his personal fight of like becoming a better person and shit. But this beat knocks, so it's like it's even better. But yeah, those are some of the songs that have been in my rotation recently.
Yo, it's another album that just came to me right now too. He dropped this album, and I feel like he's low key slept on. This nigga ASAP 12E. I feel like he's like probably like one of the best niggas out of ASAP. Like I know people but I don't know if people still think it's ASAP Rocky because he hasn't. I don't know. He been a little. I don't know, but I think it's like between him, Ferg, and ASAP Nas. They're like the real highlights of like ASAP. And I feel like 12E is like slept on. Like his shit is like real fire. But anyway, he dropped this album this year called Noon Young. Fire, bro.
New and Young?
No, Noon Young. I'm gonna show you right now.
Noon Young. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, so like he has a lot of songs up here that's fire. But one that is like relatable is called Pissy Staircase.
Pissy Staircase.
And it's just like a lot of this album is like, yo, if you grew up in the projects or like you've been around that type of environment,
then you know like what he's talking about.
Yeah, I feel like you can relate to like and stuff like that. So
I mean, we all siped in some pissy stairways.
I'm saying so like yeah. So I feel like, you know, he definitely expands upon that type of lifestyle. I think he really goes into it, and he does it in an interesting way. You know, and I feel like people just don't be listening to him, bro. Like.
I honestly I've never listened to an ASAP 12 project. I'm gonna keep it.
That's what I'm saying, and I feel like he's.
What was that one song he dropped? Was it him or ASAP Nas that dropped this one song that kind of popped?
What? Is it recently?
Nah, it was like a couple years ago.
It was probably Nas.
Yeah, it was probably Nas. The one he got with Method Man.
I don't even remember.
Was the nigga killing it, bro? It was
yeah,
probably,
he was.
It was probably Nas because the shit he got with Method Man.
That song was fire though.
Nah, that song is fire, and what's crazy is that Nas don't even make music like that no more. But whatever. Yeah, like I feel like people are sleeping on him. He's definitely like an elite rapper. Like he got bars, and I don't know why niggas are sleeping on him. But yeah, go check out all the ASAP 12's stuff. He's another artist.
That's one thing about like hip hop like groups and shit, or like not even groups, but like affiliates, whatever. Like TDE, Dreamville, Griselda now, like ASAP. I feel like there's always gonna be like. There's levels to it. You feel me? Like there's definitely gonna be those that reach like the more mainstream success.
You can see that even when you go back to like Wu-Tang, bro. Like you can even see like Method Man, RZA, like just like there's other guys in the group that you probably don't even like really know about, but like ODB, like just guys like that, they stuck out, and then some people they just
aren't popular. Where like ODB wasn't as popular as Method or RZA.
No,
but he was probably the best rapper out of all them.
I feel
and like
ODB
to real hip hop fans, everybody knows.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, I don't know if ODB was better than Method Man.
ODB, some of his older joints that were like his solo tapes, were crazy. Like Method Man, longevity wise, killed him just because like the amount of projects that he put out were so good. But like there was like a point where nobody was holding it to him.
No, I love ODB. I love both of them, but ODB I liked him more like.
He was more colorful with his shit.
It was more like his style. You feel me? Just the way he would rap and shit. How he would like switch from like speaking regularly and then fucking yelling and then fucking going back down. Like, that shit was dope.
What you were saying, like I never like I knew of ASAP because I'm a hip hop fan. Like all of them in it, 12 Nas, like everybody. But like I didn't get a much appreciation until they put out their cozy tapes.
Yeah, I fuck with cozy tapes heavy. Both of them.
Like people like Nas,
the first one was better though.
People like Nas who have weird voices, but in a good weird way, and they come through and kill everybody. And it's like, why isn't this guy the one shining? And you could just tell like it's because Rocky got that like swagger to him, or like that
Yeah, it's definitely like more to being like mainstream and being a star than like just skill. You feel me? Like there's definitely like your looks have to do with it. Just like. Your attitude, your personality, all that shit plays a part. So,
like I've always thought Ferg was the best.
Yeah, me
all
okay.
Of ASAP,
yeah,
by like miles.
Yeah,
I love.
But it's
Ferg.
just but Rocky just got that like that pop, you know. And so does Ferg. He has that pop.
I think Ferg has it now though. I don't think. Rocky
I don't know. I feel like I mean, I fuck with Ferg. I haven't listened to like his latest projects and shit, but like his first album, Trap Lord,
That was amazing.
bro.
Bro, front to back, bro, like that whole
Bro,
album
that
is fire,
shit
bro.
is amazing.
And I think that was
Bro,
that album is
Cocaine
better
Castle,
than
Hood
Rocky's
Pope.
first album, bro.
Yeah, like Cocaine Castle, Hood Pope. He had bangers like Shabba Ranks.
Bro, he had Onyx up there. He had Be Real. He had Waka Flocka up there. He had who else? He had Bone Thugs and Harmony, which I love Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
Like I love them OD. And this nigga had them up there, but that's crazy because like,
Busy Bone, all that shit.
bro, yo, he had them niggas up there, bro. I was like, yo, I was fucking with them so much because I was really into Bone Thugs and Harmony around that time. So just the fact that that was like a new album that came out with Bone Thugs and Harmony on it, that shit was crazy.
Bro, you know what's crazy to me though? Like, I just love that whole like early 2010s hip hop. Like I love like a lot of my favorite projects are from that era, bro.
Well, then, if we're talking about that, what's your favorite? Even if it's say like 2015, what's your like first half of 2010 times?
Bro, that's when I got into Kendrick. So like 2011 through 2013, and
Kendrick Cole.
and like TDE, like that was my TDE.
Yo, TDE,
That's
bro.
my favorite TDE era.
Bro,
fucking
the fucking J. Cole and Kendrick album that we still
that
waiting
never
for.
came out. That
Nah,
never came
it's
out.
coming out, bro. It's coming out, bro.
It's coming out in 15
coming
years.
out, bro.
Anyways, bro, fucking Kendrick dropped Section 80 in 2011. Absol had dropped Control System, which to me is his best album still.
Definitely.
Schoolboy Q dropped Habits and Contradictions, which is
Amazing.
what got me into Schoolboy Q, and it's still to me like one of my
Best-
favorite projects.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It's
one of
like
his
a-
best.
it's
It's
like
not
some-
his best, I don't think, but I think it's one of the best.
No,
Bro, he got some like that album is like some psychedelic gangster shit, bro.
It is.
Like
It is.
that's so like that idea, that concept is so fucking sick.
Yo,
to
my
me.
nigga, that time niggas was just on a different wave. Like you see, like him and Rocky had that song together, bro.
They don't miss, but
Bro.
yo, that song,
Bro,
Hands on the Wheel, crazy.
but I'm talking about like brand new guys.
Oh,
The-
brand new guy
bro.
too.
that was the biggest. Did you see him live with us?
Nah, I didn't go to that show.
They came out to. They had Schoolboy Q open.
Mhm.
Rocky and All They Sad Mob basically closed.
Yeah.
And then Q came out and did Brand New Guy.
Bro, I
Hands
would've
on the
lost
Wheel.
my
It
shit.
was the craziest shit.
I would have lost my
That's
shit.
crazy.
No,
You got
that
to see that shit
song is
live?
definitely like a staple to me, like early.
Bro, I know that
2010s.
shit word for word, bro.
And that's like early 2000s. Odd Future time. You got Tyler Bastard.
That-
You get Earl.
all
like,
that
there's
shit.
So much.
Cole is like Cole dropped Friday Night Lights in 2010. That's like my favorite Cole project still.
I think Cole mixtape era might have been the best rapper. Like if you just count his two mixtapes.
Yeah. I love
two mixtapes.
the warm up and the Friday Night Lights. To me are like classic Cole
10 out of
projects.
10s.
Yeah,
For
like
sure.
I love those projects.
Mhm.
So yeah, shit like that. Like the artists that I'm still like really into today. That's like back when I was like really getting into them. Fucking Cudi dropped Man on the Moon 2.
Let
Like
me ask you both of you this. Both of you huge Mac fans, right?
yeah.
Did you guys like kids at the time? Because I loved
Thing is,
I-
no, I did not start fucking with Max until much later, bro.
I think it was like a perspective thing where like, not to say like it is what it is, but like white kids from the suburbs
Yeah.
love Mac for that album.
For sure.
Because he was hip hop always, but like he maybe wasn't as rappity rap. Were you guys?
I fucked with like I fucked with Mac because like also like me being like a high school kid, it was like he was only like a couple years like I was a sophomore when he was like a senior releasing this shit, so it's like to me Mac was like, oh yo, he's like the coolest guy. Like everybody wants to be Mac at that point, you know what I'm saying? Like Nike's on my feet, Nike's on my feet, was Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza. Like those two songs were just like
I'm not gonna
constant
lie, bro.
rotation.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm a fan now, but I thought that shit
It was corny.
Yeah, bro. So corny, so lame.
No, yeah, I'm not going front. I feel like that's.
And I didn't even give it a chance though. I didn't listen to none. Maybe if I listened to it, I would have liked it. But at the time, I just saw his appearance and was just like,
White kid Ray Bans, a collared shirt, but it was like I was trying to be swag.
like, bro, I'm
Yeah.
not fucking with it, bro. I'm
Exactly.
good. But then, yo, you know what it was that really got me into him was a song he made with Joey Badass. I'm like, there's no way Joey Badass would be on the track with a nigga that's like garbage.
Which was this off his mixtape, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
America was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was America off of
Yeah.
Max mixtape.
Of
Yeah.
Macadelic, yeah,
Yeah.
that song is crazy.
So when I heard that, I'm like, all right, let me check out his other
yeah,
shit.
also-
And he has a song with Lil Wayne, so I'm like, bro, he gotta
Bro,
have some
also
shit.
Joey dropped
JJ?
1999, like 2012, 2011, like bro,
Bro, that
again,
shit-
bro, 2010 through 2013, classics, just only classics, bro. Fucking Drake dropped Take Care in 2011. He dropped Nothing Was the Same in 2013.
Nothing was out in the gym. What did I show you yesterday, bro? We was in the gym yesterday. I'm fucking listening to Know Yourself by Drake. I'm like, yo, this is Drake's best song, and it still is to this day.
Bro.
Know Yourself is definitely Drake's best song.
Bro, yeah, like bro, early 2010s they still got it for me. Like that was a moment in time. I love that era. I still go back and listen
1989, bro. I remember
a lot of those. Yo,
that
Piff,
Piff,
bro.
yo, yes, bro. That's crazy. That's why I got all the
was killing
mixtapes.
it too back at that time.
That's why I was getting all the mixtapes and shit.
Man,
That's
shit
crazy.
taking me back.
Yeah, we gonna sound like some old niggas, bro.
Bro, it's crazy.
No, that was still killing, yo.
I haven't
It's
been up
still,
there in a
it's still
minute.
on. I mean, that's the thing. That's like, there's not really a market for it because like everything is released in a way that's so accessible to it,
There's
to
some
everybody.
stuff that's on SoundCloud that like I can't even think off the top of my head, but I'm like, yo, this is sick. This like 5-song thing that a SoundClouders put out. Let me check if it's on Dat Piff, and like every time it is, and I'm like, that's so dope.
They still holding it down, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to that Piff.
Nah, definitely. They was definitely holding it down back in the day. You
Yeah.
remember the Kanye joints that he was dropping on Fridays? What was it?
Good Fridays.
Good Fridays.
They on there?
Yeah, no. I would get them from there. I don't know if they're still on there, but I would definitely get them from there.
I'm
I
about to
think
check.
people would put them there, not like Kanye or anything.
Okay, well, you know, I don't think it was, I don't think it
Because
was
I got
Kanye.
them from Dat Piff too. That's where Monster first came out, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, that's when Kanye was
Watch
like
the Throne came out
A couple songs.
2011, right? That was 2011.
the best album ever, My
2012,
Beautiful
I
Dark
think.
Twisted Fantasy.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fanny, that was 2010. Watch the Throne 2011. Then Cruel Summer was like 2012, bro.
That's
Bro, somebody needs to like really come
I'm
up
not
to
even
me.
gonna lie, bro. They don't even make albums like that no more,
Bro, somebody needs to come up to me and tell me what's been a better era than between 2010 and 2013. Because right now, bro, I can't think of anything.
Only late 90s.
Yeah.
Late 90s, yeah.
That's the only possible.
Cause
one.
and it's funny you say that because I was just last night I was listening to Tribe Called Quest and I was like, yo, these niggas are killing it. I think that's a little bit more early 90s, but still it's like, yo, these
The
niggas
90s.
yeah 90s they were killing it in the 90s like on some lyrical shit.
Yeah.
Cause I haven't listened to like 90s rap in a minute, so sometimes I forget that niggas, yo, back in the day lyrics was like
the thing.
it
That's
was like
all it was.
yeah, it was just lyrics and it was like, yo, they had a nice beat and
Yeah,
they
it
had,
definitely
like,
doesn't
a
have
lot
like
to
the
say.
same production value as like it does now as far as like.
It was more unique back then, though.
Yeah.
Even though I think like Tribe Called Quest, I think are one of the most influential hip hop groups ever. Just
No,
because
definitely.
like the way that they were rapping, people in the late '90s started taking it completely.
Yeah.
Where they were telling like, not just like hardcore rap stories, but it's like I forgot my watch at or my wallet at El Segundo,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it is. Like,
yeah.
like they just made good songs, and like that became hip hop. They're like the Low End Theory, one of the best albums ever.
Definitely. I was about to get that on vinyl the day we was looking at vinyls. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, nah. 90s rap and then like 2010 to like 2013.
Bro.
Crazy. I think that was when Kanye was most powerful, bro. Like 2010.
Yeah, that was.
Most powerful?
Yeah.
In what sense?
In the sense of like he couldn't fail. Like in terms of like
He did
he
not.
dropped
miss.
his best album. He was doing the Friday things. He just had good music looking like they were on a different type of time. They had like I thought they were gonna like do some crazy shit and just drop like amazing albums. I mean, whatever. But like
It's
I mean, 'cause
debatable.
they dropped what was it, Cruel Summer?
Cruel Summer, yeah.
That shit. And how do you feel about that, bro? Cruel Summer.
It has some it has some classic songs,
But overall, as a
but
project,
overall, like a project, I don't think
it's not something that it's
it
not
lived
something
up
that
to
I listen.
expectations and shit.
Yeah, it's not
It
something
definitely
that-
should have had more Cuddy too. And I think that's kind of like that album specifically was one of the things that made them kind of beef at one point. It was like Cuddy, he felt like he didn't have a lot of involvement in it. He just had that one song by himself, Creepers.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like he wasn't on the rest of the album, so he was tight about that.
Speaking,
Speaking-
was like jacking his whole swag at that time, low key, you know.
Yeah, man. But
Speaking of that, not Kanye, Cudi, he's coming out with Man on the Moon 3. You seen?
I never thought I'd see the day, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
I never thought I'd see the day.
But I'm be honest, you're not worried.
I mean,
Are you worried, bro?
it's
can't
like, bro,
have our eggs before
it don't
they hatch.
it don't even like gotta be good to me, bro.
It does. Because
Nah, it kinda
Man
does.
on the Moon, man.
Nah,
It's way different from Man on the Moon, the trilogy, and everything else he's put in between that. Like even the style that he was rapping, you know.
Yeah.
Like it was from a darker perspective, even. Where it's like if we get some trash on Man on the Moon 3, to me, like Man on the Moon 2 is the greatest hip hop album to me. That and
Yeah, it's like your
Man on-
personal yeah.
and My Beautiful Dark, exactly. Those two, and they're kind of like parallel albums.
Mm-hmm.
One is about a guy who doesn't have money, drug problems, trying to survive, and one's about a rich guy with money trying to survive, like flex survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're very parallel. And then like
if he doesn't deliver, I don't know. It's definitely. I mean, it's not gonna affect the older out. Like I'm still gonna love Man on the Moon 2 and 1 as much as I do now. If Man on the Moon 3 is good.
Think about it. Okay, it's a trilogy. They're meant to be put together.
Yeah.
You're looking at Star Wars. The fourth, fifth, and sixth. If the first Star Wars and second were amazing, and then the third one was the dustiest shit ever, you don't see Darth Vader do anything. He's the worst. He doesn't do anything. That would not make the whole thing as good. Like,
but one thing I'm definitely learning though is I just gotta accept the artists. Like they change and they're not gonna be the same. Like when he dropped the first two albums, that was like I think the best. And I don't think whatever he's gonna drop is gonna be as good as those first two.
Probably not, but I'm still
very
extremely excited.
For sure, I'm definitely still excited about that shit. But I'm just saying, I think people need to turn down their expectations a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I hope he doesn't make us wait too long for that shit. Like he already announced it. He's like,
soon.
He said soon, but it's like,
bro,
bro, what is soon, bro?
Mean,
like
bro?
within this year.
2021, it has to be. If you say soon, even the way that he even dropped a video with it.
Yeah, he dropped like a whole trailer.
Like a movie trailer. It has to be before 2021.
Bro, I hope so.
Because
that's one thing I'm not trying to wait a whole year for, bro. But he got like two albums in the works basically, because he got Man on the Moon 3. And then the Intergalactic shit, which was a whole album that's going to be like a Netflix show too. And he said that's coming out next summer. Mm-hmm. So I guess we're about to be eating soon. Cuddy fans.
I feel like that Intergalactic could be more of television sound. Like it's not going to be him singing, might be humming. It'll be ambiance. Kind of like an instrumental album. That's what I was honestly thinking.
I mean, the way he made it seem, it's like each song. I mean, who knows? I heard him talking about it in like one of those IG lives that he did like months ago. This is like around the time that he dropped the Leader of the Delinquents, whatever. Mm-hmm. So he was doing like IG lives then, and
yeah, I seen one he had with like Jaden.
Yeah. So he was talking about it, and that's how like he made it seem like each episode had like a song assigned to it, or like each song had an episode that had to do with the song and shit. But he made it seem like these were fully fleshed out songs. Okay. I didn't know that. That's what I'm expecting. It'd be whack if it wasn't. To be honest.
Either way, I'm hyped for some new Cuddy. I think we need to get into our listening habits. I think it's time to get into that.
Oh yeah. Let's get into that. Cause bro, for some reason, without me even noticing it, the way I listen to music also has changed.
And the thing that's weird is that me too, but I don't know like why both of us at the same time.
Bro,
it's crazy. But I mean, maybe it has something to do with the quarantine or something. But I just know that I can't listen. Like I typically don't listen to a full album like front to back anymore.
Bro,
I listen to playlists now.
I listen to like song like before I would wake up and I'd have like a specific artist or a specific album that I wanted to listen to, and like
every day,
like
you're going to work, like maybe a Monday before quarantine.
Yeah, like I'd go to work and I'd wake up. I usually have like a song stuck in my head or something, and then I'd listen to that, like this whichever album that song is from or whichever artist that's from. I listen to them all day, like front to back. Mm-hmm. But now it's different in the sense that like I'll have a song in my head, but I'll literally just replay the fuck out of that song. Like if I listen to it the whole day, I'm gonna listen to it the whole day, bro. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's a dopamine thing, like deadass. These songs starting to feel like drugs to me, bro. Like I'm so serious. Like it's starting to do with the dopamine.
Bro, what are you listening to, bro?
I don't know. Yo, Bad Bunny, bro. These Bad Bunny songs, bro. Nah, but for real. So I have like a rotation basically. So I have like 3-4 songs, and I'd like play the fuck out of them individually, like maybe throughout the day, maybe throughout the week. But it's like I'll have like a 4 or 5 song rotation that I just listen to. And also, I think some of it has to do with Spotify, low key. The fact that I use Spotify now,
yeah,
and they got like that liked songs playlist. So instead of like me going through an album and listening to the whole thing, I kind of just go to my liked songs playlist and listen to whichever songs have caught my ear recently, mm-hmm, and just play them like on repeat the whole time.
Y'all think when we started this podcast, I used to hate on Spotify? Did I? I can't remember.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. All right. Well, that was in the past. Because I've definitely realized that they are the way. Apple Music is not the way, bro.
It's not the way?
It's not the way, bro.
What's up? What do you not like about Apple Music?
Bro,
they pay their artists.
No, that's another thing. Spotify do be fucking up fucking their artists over.
But
those playlists though.
I'm like, listen.
Their algorithms.
They have the best. That's what it is though. They have the best algorithm. Bro, it's so often that I find a new artist or a song that like I've never heard, through Spotify. That it didn't happen that often when I was on Apple Music.
Well,
I'm still on Apple Music because I still pay for it, but I don't use it like that.
Yeah, I still got both. But I'm definitely like a Spotify user though.
You know,
But
for sure.
one thing I like about Spotify too though is bro, like the playlist, like not even the playlist they make it to like find other artists, but like the playlist they make you like your daily mix, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, those be hitting, and they make you like 4, and you could just pick out of whichever one like you want. And then they got this thing called the Daily Drive too, which is like a mixture of like podcasts and songs.
You was telling me about
bro,
that.
that's so lit. It keeps you informed. Then you go back
That's
right
fire,
back to
bro.
right
That's
back to
mad
what
creative.
you was doing, bro. I love that shit. So I think it's like Spotify, even though they're fucking over the artists, y'all gotta figure that out. But for the users, for people that like music and shit like that, I love it. I love Spotify, honestly.
Yeah, no, for sure. Spotify definitely.
But that's weird. Like I really don't know why my listening habits changed like that. Also, I feel like I don't have, like I'm not gonna sit through an hour-long album now, bro. Like
that's another thing too. I was gonna say that like I have been a person who like does switch around like throughout the day because sometimes I may be feeling this and I may be feeling like that throughout the day and it may change and shit. But like I definitely notice more now though. I'm definitely just listening to like straight playlists. I just want to hear maybe that one song and then maybe that other one song that I like all together. But I'm not listening to like a whole like long album. I don't think nobody listening to long albums, bro.
I feel like we don't have the attention span for it anymore.
I wonder what that is that changed. Cause I could listen to like. Who has a long album that's like fire? For me, Tupac has like a double album that he dropped, and it's like, bro, it's mad fucking long, bro. It's a double album, and then this is like the '90s, so like niggas just like 50-hour, you know what I mean, long albums and shit. So like I could listen to that whole album and I'll be okay, but like, bro, I can't do that now. Though. Like I used to be able to listen to like music like that when I was in high school, but like now I can't.
I feel like when was it like 2018 that Kanye was doing like. All the good music artists, they were dropping like 7-song albums. Like Ye was 7 songs, Daytona was 7 songs, all that shit. Like all of them were just 7 songs long, and they were like 25 minutes and shit.
Yeah,
I like that approach a lot because it was no time for filler. Like whatever song was on there, it had to be a good song. And I feel like what happens a lot with albums that are like super long is that you have like a lot, like it may have really really high points. But then there's also like filler tracks on there that's like not hitting at all. It's like you feel like they don't fit within the album. And it's like if you trim down like those songs, if you trimmed out those songs from the album, it'd be like a 10 out of 10.
What would you consider a long album? How many tracks?
Like at this point, bro, like anything over like we could talk tracks, but also we could talk like length of time.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like track wise, I feel like no album should be more than like 13 tracks, 14 like most, and it's like me being like on the very end of the scale type thing.
No, I agree.
Ideally,
I was gonna say
ideally
12.
have like 10 or 12. You're good.
12.
But I feel like albums should be like at minimum 7 songs, at max like 13 songs. Period. But and also I feel like they shouldn't be like at this point. I'm not trying to hear to one album for over an hour, bro.
Yeah.
Like one album that's over an hour long, that shit better be super super fire for me to like listen to it front to back and shit like that.
Yeah, it's definitely a limit now. I don't know why, but it's definitely a limit.
I feel like
Do you guys know why?
I don't know why, bro.
So they did it because streaming. They consider like before you would buy an album and now it would be an album sale.
Oh
now
yeah.
songs need to be streamed. An album needs to be streamed.
So if you make that shit short,
you get an album sale. Well,
that's
it wouldn't
crazy.
be a full album sale, but that's the.
But
same
it would
thing.
count towards an album sale.
And the thing that I would want to ask both of you is, you're saying you like these 7 to 12. I would put a good amount of money that if you were to think what is your top 5 favorite albums, not one of them would be less than 12 songs.
No, that's true.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's true,
For
but
sure.
I'm saying this is like a new development for me.
Yeah,
like,
for me now,
But,
like me
but
currently.
Let's new development it. Out of all of those albums that good music dropped that were 7 songs, how many of those did you think were good albums? There was one good album that came out.
Yeah, it was only one.
Yeah.
It was only
No,
one.
it was
No, it was two. It was two.
3.
And
No, it was 2.
album was good, and then you go listen to the one that she dropped after that was actually the album.
Yeah.
You're gonna think that the first Tiana album was trash.
Oh, I haven't listened to the new one.
Exactly. So,
I listened to the new one. It's good.
and,
It's good.
And the new one's a 9 out of 10. Tiana might be one of the best female artists out right now, but that shit that Kanye put out is pathetic.
No, I thought it was
Word?
okay. I thought it was okay.
I liked it
Go
when
Yeah,
I
it was
listened to
okay.
it.
Go look
Yeah.
at Daytona. Daytona's a great album. The shit that he has put out after makes Daytona look terrible because Kanye was like, I gotta make this money controlling amount of songs, 25 minutes. We're trying to trick the system because that's what it is.
What has Push dropped after Daytona though?
He dropped like like a Daytona Deluxe, which has extra verses,
Oh, I did
different
not
beats.
peep
Where
that.
Yeah, I did not know that
stripped
at all.
beats and made them himself, and it was like on Daytona, that's what he did. And then, like, I'm not sure if you guys watched the Joe Budden podcast. He even talked about it. He was like, I came in with a 19 track album, and then he gave me it back, and there were 7 songs with verses and beats that I didn't know were on with each other.
Oh,
He's
shit.
like, it was good, but it wasn't what I thought this album was. Tiana said the exact same thing.
Damn, that's crazy. No, one thing about his artists though, they just let him rock. Like when they
What
work.
are you gonna say to an egomaniac dictator?
True.
And also, he
Like-
made My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So I feel like, you know, I would listen to him. I mean, but I guess to a certain extent, because I feel like people like Designer, even though, I mean,
No, what were you gonna say?
it's not like he's like this, like, you know, he's this amazing artist.
He's not it.
But I feel like, you know, Kanye may have done him dirty
He
or
tricked
whatever.
him out.
But at the same time, I feel like maybe he could have been bigger if he was given, you know, more of like a better,
Guidance.
better guidance and shit. Because
But
like,
he had like the quote, what we would assume is the best guidance ever. You have Kanye West.
But I mean,
Yeah.
you're signed under Kanye, but it's like, is Kanye really taking time
yeah, is
to
like,
like?
is he a part of
be
the
in the
project?
studio
You would
shit.
assume that he is. If
You
he-
would
if
as-
he jacks your song, makes it go 10 times platinum.
I mean, you would assume, but again, I don't like. I personally don't think like Kanye's in the studio with Designer type shit.
No, I would agree.
Cause it's like, bro. Also, Kanye, he's trying to do so much shit, bro. I don't know
Yeah.
how he finds time to do music. Like,
I
Like-
truly look at Kanye now as kind of like a conquistador. Like, he hears something he likes, and he goes and takes it from you. And he makes something that he likes. Like, that Panda song was out a year before Kanye touched it.
yeah.
oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And I thought it was Future the first time I heard it
Bro,
too.
everybody did, bro. You seen the
Everybody.
meme where it was like Future was like, damn, what I made this?
No,
Yeah,
I remember
that shit was
because I
funny.
listened to it on the Madison Square Garden like listening party that he
When he
had.
dropped his album.
Yeah. So,
Pablo.
bro, first off, that was such an amazing like listening experience, bro. I wish I was like in there when that happened. That would have been so lit.
No, it would have been.
But yeah, when that first came on, I was losing my shit in my room, bro. Cause first off, the first thing you hear from Kanye, this is like when Life of Pablo came out. So this is like the first thing you hear since Yeezus. Most people hated Yeezus. I like Yeezus.
Everybody hated Yeezus,
I
bro.
like Yeezus.
I
Yeah,
like
me too.
Yeezus.
I liked it too.
But at the time though, the first thing you hear since Yeezus is fucking Ultra Light Beam.
And when I heard that shit, bro, because he
Bro.
performed it on Saturday Night Live right
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was dropping
That and
shit.
Wolves.
Yeah, and I was just like, yo, what is this, bro? That shit is fire, bro.
Bro.
Did Chance come out on that too, right?
Yeah. That's when Chance was coming out with that.
Man.
But he
Christian
came
bars.
out on Saturday Night Live with him, right?
Yeah.
That was a dope one with the lights behind them shining.
Bro, man. 2016 was also a good year for music. But it's still not better than 2010 to 2013.
Nah, but point being, I think Designer would have been bigger if he had you know, more backing.
I agree. But that's the thing too, bro. Same thing happens with like TDE. Like back to the whole conversation we we're having about like how certain artists in these labels get like more shine or better treatment than others.
Yeah.
Back to TDE. Isaiah Rashad. To me, he's like my third favorite TDE member. After Kendrick and Q, Isaiah Rashad to me is my favorite.
Above Absol,
Above Absol.
J Rock.
Above J Rock.
Okay.
Like my favorite. I'm not saying he's better, but he's my favorite for sure. The 2 albums that he's dropped, Sylvia Demo and The Sun's Tirade, I love both those albums. The last album he's dropped was 4 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like he's been ready to drop, but for some reason the label just keeps holding it back from him. And it's like,
I feel like it's the same shit with SZA, cause like she hasn't dropped nothing in a minute. Well, a person, you know, her own project, she hasn't dropped nothing in a minute. So it's like, but she was saying that.
way newer too, isn't she?
Then,
they came up like around
yeah,
the same time.
Yeah, because I remember listening back to her like in maybe 2014.
Yeah,
13?
she had that. She was releasing projects that were like, one of them was S, the other one was Z, and then she was gonna drop one called A.
But it was Control that ended up dropping.
Yeah,
Right?
it ended up being Control, which was better. And I think Control was also, it's actually like a big difference from the music she was making before too. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, she just switches, bro.
So this is gonna go in a little bit of a different angle, and I think you two, Josh being a creative and you made music back in the day too, beats and whatnot.
I used to.
How would you feel if you're an artist, you create an album, and someone like Top and Punch, they're obviously masterminds. They've helped Kendrick, they've helped Q, they've helped J Rock, they've helped a bunch of people,
Yeah.
and they're like, we don't think this is it. What do you listen from your perspective if you're Isaiah and they're like, this is okay, but we're not there yet. How would you feel about that?
I think
like
it depends on how many times they told me. Like if they told me one time, I might reconsider. Like, all right, let me just go back and see what's up. But if they like just really
if you make some changes and they still like nah,
bro,
shit,
it's like all right, these niggas is haters, bro. I don't know what to tell them. I'm just gonna try to drop this shit.
So you would feel
I think like as
you're seeing albums drop like Damn, like To Pimp a Butterfly, like Crash Talk, and you're like, so they clearly know something.
Yeah.
Would you still feel like I'm putting the specific, you got Punch and Top in there.
But as a creative though, like at a certain point, it's just like all right, like you just gotta.
I feel like also what they've been trying to do is like trying to get the fans to like get to the people running the label and being like, yo, we want this. Like they wanna show them how much the people want the album for them to like drop it and release it. Cause I personally think from the snippets that I've heard too that like Isaiah Rashad has been playing his lives and mad shit. He got some fire on deck, bro. Like I know he's ready to drop whenever. So I'm just like in my head, I can't think of like a reason why they haven't released it, bro. Like free Isaiah
Speaking of
Rashad.
that, you seen that Kendrick? He has like albums worth of material and shit.
Apparently, he got 6 albums worth of material.
Like my man, what are you doing? Like
he got a massive plan, bro. I don't know. That's one thing with Kendrick though. I don't mind waiting for him because it's like I know he's gonna deliver. But if he were not to deliver, then it's whack. But it's like he has yet to disappoint me. So it's like. Take your time, bro.
Let me, because I read that, and that made me fucking annoyed. Because no fucking shit, Kendrick has 6 albums on deck.
Yeah.
They're the ones that he also made at the same time to Pimp a Butterfly. He made probably 2 albums for Pimp a Butterfly, 3 albums. He probably made
because he dropped that other album where it was just
Untitled.
like loose tracks.
And that's what I'm saying. Every artist, if you think Jay-Z does not have 100 albums now waiting that are not as good as anything that he's put out, but he's like, these were
not for sure.
but like every artist has like,
they got a bulk.
When I see things like that, that's like what you see on hip hop Twitter where it's like those are the same dudes that are like, yo, this Logic verse was crazy and it's the worst Logic verse you've ever heard.
Bro, oh my god. Speaking of hip hop
like,
Twitter.
Kendrick has 6 albums on deck, you know what I mean?
Bro,
but are they albums?
That's to be debated.
Like same thing with what's his name? Mac. We all know Mac has 3 albums that he made during Faces. He made Faces and 2 other ones. And those 2 other ones haven't seen the light of day, right?
It's only been like leaked tracks that.
But we know that they exist because that's what real artists do.
Yeah.
Like.
Bro, and I've heard some of those tracks. Shit is crazy.
Yeah.
They're really good, but they're also like super super personal, bro.
So when you guys read those tweets, like, oh, Kendrick, what do you expect? Like.
I mean, it wasn't.
You expect one of those to come out?
It didn't come out.
He's not dropping any of that.
Exactly.
He's not dropping none of that.
It didn't surprise me because also like I know Kendrick is one of those people like he's a musician. You feel me? Like he's not doing it for clout or fame. Like he's an artist. Yeah, an artist, a musician in every sense of the word. So like that's what the fuck he does. Yeah. So I expect him to just continuously make music even if they're not dropping it. And also the thing about Kendrick too is like, bro, he has like. When he drops an album, bro, it's like it's more than just like a group of songs. It's like a whole concept behind it and like this whole idea that goes behind like why each song is where it is. Like even
I feel like it's kind of like Kanye. It's like he has an era. He has like the first album era. He has the Damn era. I think his Damn era is definitely different than like To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's definitely different. So like he definitely has his like different eras.
So it's like when it comes to like him dropping, it's like. I know why, like I get why he takes his time with it. Like I expect like a fully polished product when it comes to him. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't mind waiting. Like I said, when it comes to Kendrick, because it's like I expect him to deliver, and I don't think like he hasn't let me down yet. So I feel like if there's one thing that can make 2020 good, it'll be another Kendrick album, bro.
But like time's running out, so I don't know how much time like when
it was supposed to drop already.
It was?
Yep. It was supposed to drop. I think they said September or the month before September.
Yeah, I don't know what they're waiting for, bro. They're keeping us out the loop.
They're waiting because they're trying to tour. Drake just put touring dates for the mid 2021, so people are thinking that that's when touring will be.
I'm not gonna front. I was looking at some YouTube videos yesterday. And I seen like tour dates for like summer of next year. Mm-hmm. They already announced Rolling Loud for May. Mm-hmm. So, Corona having a field day over here.
Well, maybe it's not.
You're thinking vaccines by the end of 2020.
Are you gonna get it? You gonna get?
Are you getting that vaccine, bro?
I'm
you know what's crazy? I haven't met a single person
that's like, yo,
I'm
gonna get that vaccine.
Well,
I ain't met one nigga.
He'll get it. So this is exactly what it'll go. I'll watch Dion get it.
Yeah.
I'll live with him.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going back to work until April at the very earliest. Like, that's our work date. So, pray to God he gets it January 1st. I have 4 months to watch him lose his arms.
Become a zombie or some shit.
And if nothing happens by the time I go to work,
Then
fuck it, you know what I mean? Like, maybe at that point, but I gotta see some test subjects out there.
We are the test subjects, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. I gotta see Dion. I gotta see some people that are out there getting shots. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
your arm's burning. Okay. One thing before we go, I would like to know just a quick opinion on the Gucci versus Jeezy.
We didn't talk about that, right? Because we talked about it on the way over here, but I don't think we talked about it here.
I got some
we be having our own podcast.
Run by you quick to check just what you thought on it.
Nah, for sure. That shit was wild, bro. I caught it at the end, so like I didn't see everything else. It wasn't until later, until like Twitter obviously did their thing and then like, you know, brought it back up. But like the part where he's talking about like smoking this dude's mans.
Pookie Lock.
Yeah, yo, nigga said we smoking on that Puka pack tonight, bro. I was like, God damn, bro.
Like I told you earlier, Gucci woke up that day and he chose violence, bro.
This nigga.
This song was a brand new diss song to Jeezy.
That's crazy.
It was like, we got the first round, Jeezy, you bitch. Like, relax. Like, that's crazy.
He chose violence. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't really familiar with their like whole backstory, like Jeezy trying to put a hit on Gucci and then Gucci killing Jeezy's mans. So it's like I wasn't really around for that era. I had just moved to the States. I was just learning English when they were really popping.
You ain't hear, bro? You ain't hear about it, bro? What the
I
fuck?
remember seeing the snowman shirts at Trumbull High and then them putting out announcements like you can't wear them anymore.
Yeah. That was because of him? No.
Yes, yeah, bro. You cannot wear this because of him, bro.
Selling coke, yo.
Yeah, bro. You cannot wear them shits, bro. Niggas
Nah, I mean, obviously I knew who Gucci was, but I wasn't like really familiar with like that story and shit.
Oh,
but
that was Jeezy,
yeah, that was Jeezy that with the shirt.
That shit is crazy though.
That is crazy, bro. And the fact
I'm surprised that this didn't end up with one of them shooting each other.
That's what I think was like the main point of it. I think that was so beautiful, like that. This nigga,
it was beautiful in a way, but it's like
I think it says a lot. Where right now in Atlanta, young kids are dying all the time. Like there's a war going on in Atlanta, from what they talked about even a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Jeezy said at the end, "We're saying this rap shit, and it doesn't matter. Like listen to the shit that Gucci said. I don't care. I'm a grown man. It's bigger than that." So I think that was a good message.
I feel like that's definitely like looking at it from that perspective is definitely like a good message to send out because
he mentioned
shit got disrespectful at one point. Like, but again,
he mentioned King Von like at the end, and I feel like that's a great point to make. Like he's showing like, yo, like, you know, niggas can have their problems,
bro. But it's like not only King Von, it was like King Von, Mo,
yeah,
and then Benny the Butcher got shot in where was it? Houston, and then he got shot in the leg.
Boosie went to go to Mo 3's vigil, and they thought Boosie was pulling up people, and that's apparently how he got shot too.
Yeah, Boosie got
shot. Yeah.
Bro, it's like, and this all happened within like a week.
3 days.
And it's like it's so weird because I was just seeing Von on like an interview on State of the Culture, and then I was just seeing the Mo 3 guy because he was on the podcast with Tyson.
Oh, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, with the Mike
Hot
Tyson.
boxing with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, the Mike Tyson shit, and he was sitting next to Boosie. So like I'm just seeing both of them, and now both of them like got popped. I think that's crazy.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Bro, yeah.
So I think it was good that they decided to do that, even though there was definitely some crazy moments. Where
it was definitely
like,
some static there, bro.
And he was like, "Yo, it's because I watched the interview with Jeezy after, and he was just talking about like it took strength like to not, you know, that it's when my man was getting disrespectful. It took strength to not, you know, say nothing.
Nah, I can't blame him for it. Takes a lot of self-control to do that, bro.
Nah,
but
for
also,
sure,
I feel
bro.
like once they get to a certain point, it's like you don't want to do shit that fucks up your money too.
Not for sure.
So it's like you don't want to leave that bad image on top of like sending out that message.
I mean, that's why they did it, bro. I mean, they I'm pretty sure they was getting the bag for that.
It was supposed to be T.I. versus Jeezy.
Yeah.
And they thought that Gucci and Jeezy would send a better message of the street shit doesn't matter. Like it does, but like life is important, you know?
All right, who's the verses that you would like to see?
I was literally just about to ask that. Like the last question, I think, was who's the verses that you want to see?
I want to see. Honestly, the only verses I'm trying to see
is Kanye
versus Drake.
Yeah.
I feel like that shit would be super interesting to watch. I feel like both of them got hits for days.
But realistically, who do you think will win though? In terms of if they just talking about hits.
Hits?
Yeah.
Drake is watching. Just because of the time that we're in.
If we're talking strictly hits, then Drake, because it's like, bro, we can't sit here and deny that Drake was on like the top Billboard 100 chart fucking every week for a whole decade, bro. Like he hopped on a song. If there was a Drake hook on your song, bro,
yo, your shit was going up.
charting, bro. You going up. So it's like, yeah, when it comes to hits, maybe when it comes to like songs that have like more impact or like have more of like a classic status, then yeah.
But what I'm asking you is this: who's watching these verses? Music fans of all kinds, right?
Yeah.
And you have a lot of women in this too. I think maybe one song off of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which is Monster, and it has to be Nicki's verse, is going to ring off like any girl pop jam that Drake dropped. Like,
I get what you're saying. Like, more women listen to Drake
and,
than
and I think half of the verses for both of them has to be a little poppy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the ones to like, oh, this was there for 7 months. You remember this in January, and you remember listening to it in the club in December. Like, that's a long time. And I think Drake has a lot of those. I think Kanye has a fuck ton, but I think substance-wise, it'll go to Kanye. Like, if he played Hey Mama, what's Drake gonna play that's a Hey Mama?
Or like Through the Wire or some shit like that.
Or Through the Wire. You can't beat either of those.
Bro, just the backstory to Through the Wire, like, but that's the thing, like, we appreciate those songs also because of the context behind it.
But in terms of like a hit though, like radio, but I feel like that song is a way better song than what Drake could probably drop.
So yeah, like,
in terms of hit, he would win.
For all these reasons, I feel like this would be like a really dope verses to have.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would love to see that shit. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but
it probably won't. It
most likely won't. But if it were to happen, I would love that. I feel like the culture would love that shit.
One that would just be like kind of crazy, and now that I think about it, is Kendrick versus J. Cole.
Kendrick Washington, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Kendrick is Washington.
Kendrick Washington.
But it would be good to see though.
It'd be good to see,
that's
yeah,
what I'm
for
saying.
sure.
Kendrick is Washington.
In a washing, it's also probably like, what, like 14 to 6.
What songs?
Like to J. Cole 6.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do think Kendrick got like more.
In terms of hits,
yeah.
They only do 20 songs, so you're picking your best 20. J. Cole has 10 could dust anybody out their songs, but so does Kendrick. You know what I mean?
Bro, yeah.
But in terms of hits, yeah, Kendrick got it.
Kendrick got it for sure, bro.
Yeah.
I think a really dope one, which would be wild, would be West Side Gun versus like a Schoolboy Q.
Shit
like
like
Schoolboy Q would have
two respected rappers where they're maybe not like the biggest pop. I think Q's way bigger than West Side in the public
100%.
But I think both of them have that grimy street like they both got their own sound from their own hood. You know what I mean?
Bro,
and that would be beautiful.
I've gotten like way more into Griselda lately. Like before, I used to be like more into Benny, but recently I've been listening more to like West Side Gun and Conway. Bro, they are fucking crazy. Like they are so good. Conway, bro, I watched like a 17-minute video of Conway just freestyling. Bro,
for 17 minutes.
Conway is
like it was like a compilation of like freestyles that he did. But bro, he got bars. Like
word.
He said like, I'm so ahead of my time. I could tell you how your grandkids gonna look when they 9. I was like, bro,
I might have to check that shit out, bro.
I was like, bro, you got it. Like you got it, bro. And then him talking about like getting shot. That's why his face all fucked up.
Yeah,
and just like surviving that. And he say like, yo, I became the best rapper on my deathbed. I was like, bro, nah, you got it. Shout out to Griselda.
And you know what's crazy about those group of guys? Like, I feel like they're just getting popping now, and they're not like that young. So like,
no, they're in there. They're grown ass people.
The youngest one is West Side Gun, and he is 36 years old.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. I think that's pretty dope. Like that, these guys are like coming out in a time like this where like they actually getting shine. Even though they're older than everybody else, you know, and that's in the market right now.
Nah, I fuck with them. Shout out Griselda, bro. I can't wait to hear more stuff from them. And I know they're going to keep rapping new shit.
That was the one honorable mention I was hoping one of you were going to say when we were talking about your artists of the year. Mm-hmm. I feel like the biggest artist of this year, of only rap, of course, is West Side Gun. He has dropped 3. 2 of them are classic albums, I think. And then one is an amazing album.
I only heard Pray for Paris.
Pray for Paris is the best album of 2020.
What do you mean biggest in rap though? Like, what do you mean?
One more time.
What do you mean? Like when you say you said he's like the biggest like in rap in 2020.
So if I had to listen to every music that came out in rap this year, every artist and everything, the one that I think has put up the best substance versus bars, arranging albums, everything that goes into making an album of any genre, but in this one for rap, I think West Side Gun he's dropped 3 albums this year. 2 of them are basically almost solely produced by The Alchemist or producers of that echelon, and the other one is also produced by great Derringer and a bunch of crazy producers, and he put it out on Eminem's thing to have them release him, and he still gave them a 9 out of 10 album, and This dude, if you haven't, I would say Fly God is awesome too. Amazing.
I haven't
Pray for Paris, the
listened to it.
best one of the year.
Yeah, I haven't listened, but I'll
Where
check
the
it out.
Sun Shines.
Pray for Paris. I was actually listening to Pray for Paris yesterday. I love that. It's very like laid back, but he's like barring out. And I like his voice too. He's like
his voice.
His voice is very unique. I don't think
Yeah.
there's a lot of rappers that have like that type of voice.
He put out this video on his Instagram, which if you could find it, I don't know where the fuck it'd be. I would tell you to go find where he put an album out before he went to jail 13 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did not pick up at all. And Benny was cooking a little bit in upstate New York. Same thing with Conway. They were doing their thing.
Yeah.
But everyone was like, this shit's terrible. He put it out. It is the exact same stuff that he's putting out now. It's just sometimes people's ears aren't ready.
Yeah, that's
he was
facts.
so ahead of the time with his own music that
Wait, so you saying that the music was the same, like that shit he was dropping that nobody cared about?
sounds the same beat selection, same flow, same
That's crazy.
braggadocious in an elegant way, same exact thing. He was so ahead of it before Watch the Throne came out. Like, you gotta find these clips that he put out. It blew me away.
That's crazy. No, but that's definitely like a big part of it too. Like the time in which you release your project.
Yeah.
That plays a big factor.
And before, sorry to cut you off, but exactly what Josh said. I think you might have said it a little bit, but you were alluding to it. Them being older, I think also makes their music better. Because they have gone through life experiences.
Uh-huh.
They're not a 24, 23, 19-year-old, 16, like...
It's like it's more believable, bro.
Exactly, because
Like,
it's like, okay, that 16-year-old... I bet you... this is just me being facetious and being an asshole, but, okay, I bet you he watched YouTube to get that vibe, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like, he watched a bunch of Louis Farrakhan and a bunch of, like, actual people who speak knowledge.
yeah.
And then he's just like, saying it again. Exactly like Jaden Smith was back when he was younger. Just whatever Tyler was saying, I'm going to do that same exact vibe, but not violent. Like I wonder how real it is. But when you listen to these old men, not old, but like older guys,
older
it's
men,
only real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's really special nowadays.
For sure. But yeah, I was gonna mention the fact that's like back to the whole like if you drop at the wrong time, I feel like it could like make or break your career. Cause it's like, have you had guys heard of this rapper called Blue?
Yeah.
Blue. Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of people haven't. I feel like he definitely.
a lot of people
I
haven't.
feel like
right.
he definitely stayed like more in the underground.
Yeah.
But he dropped this album called Below the Heavens, like in 07. And to me, that album it should be way more popular than it is. And like it's still considered, I think like that's the album that still gets him like the most attention.
Yeah.
But
bro, that's the one with his face is in like the clouds?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So that one, bro, I think if he had dropped that album like 2 years later, like around the time Cole dropped like the warm up, he would have blown up at like to that extent. Like he would have had as much buzz as Cole type shit. Cause it's like the same type of project, like super introspective. The beats are very like, you know what they call like backpack rap. Like that was basically it. But he was just literally like a couple years ahead. Cause like when he dropped, what was popping was like the Carter 3, Graduation. Jeezy was popping. Like
you said Graduation?
Yeah,
bro.
So it's like the sound that.
Southish.
Yeah, so like the sound that he was going for was not like what was really catching attention. Fast forward a couple years later, you got people like Cole coming up, and like that was his lane. If he would have like,
that was definitely his lane, bro.
If he would have dropped
Cole,
at that
Wale,
time,
niggas like that.
Yeah, like if he would have dropped at that time, I feel like he would have gotten way more buzz. It's still, you should check it out though. If you haven't listened to Below the Heavens by Blue, great album. But all right, let's close this out for real.
Yeah.
Like I said, episodes every 2 weeks. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube. So there's no excuse if you send it to somebody, they're like, oh, I can't listen to it.
There's no excuse, bro. You could listen to it. You could watch it, bro. Like
at the same time, bro.
Bro, you could listen to it on your phone while you watching it on your TV. Like, it's doable.
It's no excuses. All right. So thank you for watching again. We'll see you all in 2 weeks. Be safe.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving.